There was a time when controlling the air meant eliminating the enemy's aircraft. That time is over. Today, even the most advanced air forces must operate in skies that are always contested. The very concept of an unopposed sortie is becoming a relic of a past era. This video explains why contested airspace is no longer the exception but the new, unforgiving normal in modern air warfare. Modern air combat no longer takes place in empty skies. Instead, sensors, long-range missiles, electronic warfare systems, and overlapping data networks have transformed the air domain into a constantly monitored, lethal environment. In this space, control is temporary, survival is conditional, and dominance must be meticulously managed, never simply assumed. The challenge is no longer just to defeat an enemy fighter, but to navigate a battlefield where the environment itself is a persistent threat. So, what exactly does contested airspace mean in a practical sense? It is not simply dangerous airspace. It is an environment where four conditions are met. First, detection is likely. Second, engagement is possible at extreme ranges. Third, information is perpetually incomplete or deliberately degraded. Finally, control is constantly challenged by an active thinking adversary. In this reality, no side, regardless of its technological edge, can operate freely for long. Every sortie, every mission, must assume exposure and resistance. Critical operational takeaway is this. Contested airspace forces a shift from operating under constant control to operating under constant managed risk. The reasons why airspace is now always contested are rooted in the proliferation and integration of modern defense technology. Several factors have made this the new standard. Long-range surface-to-air missiles create engagement zones that extend hundreds of kilometers. Networked sensors across land, sea, air, and space provide a layered, persistent watch. Electronic warfare and cyber effects can disrupt, deny, and deceive even the most sophisticated systems. Crucially, the ability to share data between these disparate platforms means these layers work in concert. Removing one threat, such as a single radar or missile battery, does not restore freedom of movement. Another layer, a different sensor, or a hidden asset remains active. This makes modern airspace resilient because its defensive structure is layered, redundant, and distributed. This hostile environment fundamentally changes how combat aircraft are designed. Fighters built for contested airspace prioritize survival above all else. This design philosophy leads to a clear set of priorities: low observable or stealth shaping to delay detection, advanced sensor fusion to build a coherent picture from fragmented data, reduced electronic emissions to maintain a low signature, and deep network integration to function as part of a larger system. Traditional metrics like speed and maneuverability still matter, but only after survival is secured. The aircraft is no longer engineered to dominate the sky alone. It is a node designed to function and survive inside a complex, interconnected combat system. In contested airspace, it is survivability that enables mission effectiveness. As a result, modern air forces have been forced to abandon the goal of permanent, widespread air superiority. That objective is no longer achievable against a peer competitor. Instead, they seek temporary windows of control in localized areas to achieve mission-specific objectives. The new doctrine is to establish localized dominance for a brief period, execute the mission, whether a strike, reconnaissance, or support action, and then withdraw before exposure leads to unacceptable losses. Air control is now treated as a perishable resource that is managed and applied surgically, not a permanent condition to be established and held. The goal is to secure access when and where it is needed, not to maintain constant, unchallenged dominance over the entire theater. Ultimately, operating in contested airspace is a system-level problem. No single platform, no matter how advanced, can solve it alone. Success hinges on the seamless coordination of assets across multiple domains: air, land, sea, space, and cyber. It demands real-time data sharing, resilient command and control, and the synchronized application of kinetic, electronic, and cyber effects. Fighters, bombers, sensors, jammers, and support assets must operate as a single unified system of systems. A failure or weakness in any one layer of this system can compromise the entire operation, exposing high-value assets to unacceptable risk. Contested airspace ruthlessly exposes weaknesses in systems, not just in individual platforms. In summary, Contested airspace is no longer an extreme or niche scenario. It is the baseline condition of modern air warfare. This environment dictates a new reality where control is temporary, exposure is constant, and survival is the prerequisite for any action. The true measure of modern air power is no longer just the performance of its aircraft, but its ability to manage risk, coordinate complex systems, and operate effectively under immense and unrelenting pressure. If this video helped clarify how modern airspace works, like the video and subscribe to CutEverything. Do you think any air force can achieve permanent air superiority again? Share your thoughts in the comments.